Oil seals will be permanently damaged once removed from the pump and must be replaced. Prior to removing the oil seals, inspect the plunger rod sealing surface for nicks, pitting, or scratches. Damaged plunger rods may cause an oil leak, and they should be replaced if compromised. If the plunger rods are undamaged and the sealing surfaces are in good condition, proceed with the oil seal replacement. To prepare the pump for oil seal removal and reinstallation, remove the drain plug from the rear cover of the drive end to drain the oil from the crankcase. Follow the instructions in the pump service manual or service video to prepare the pump. Remove the discharge manifold from the pump. Remove the inlet manifold from the crankcase. Remove the plunger retainer and plunger from the plunger rods. Remove seal retainers, keyhole washers, and slinger barriers. Start by tightening an adjustable wrench around the keyway of the crankshaft. Rotate the crankshaft so the plunger rod is fully retracted into the crankcase. Insert the seal tool over the plunger rod and press it back to make contact with the oil seal. Confirm that the seal tool is seated directly against the seal, completely inside the plunger rod oil seal bore. Install a washer over the first screw and insert the screw into one of the 3 seal tool holes. Repeat with the other 2 screws. Insert the included Phillips driver into the chuck of a drill. Hold onto the backside of the crankcase with one hand and use the other hand to press the driver against the screw. Slowly tighten the screw into the face of the oil seal. Repeat with the other 2 screws. Use an adjustable wrench to turn the crankshaft, pushing the plunger rod and tool outwards and pulling the oil seal out of the crankcase. Remove the oil seal tool and oil seal from the plunger rod. When removing the seal tool and seal, ensure the oil seal washer remains in place for installation of the new seal. Use the drill to remove the screws from the oil seal. Repeat to remove the other 2 oil seals if necessary. Use the adjustable wrench to turn the crankshaft so the plunger rod is extended out as far as possible. Wipe any residue or sediment from the plunger retainer and crankcase oil seal bore with a clean towel. Put some light assembly oil or grease on the inside and outside diameters of the new oil seal. Install the oil seal over the plunger rod and press it back into the crankcase bore by hand. There are 3 different configurations to install the new oil seals depending on the pump model. The plunger retainer for the models 3550 and 3560 recesses into the oil seal tool. Pump models 3501HS, 3507HS, and 3801HS use the included washer seated between the oil seal tool and the plunger retainer. On all other models, the plunger retainer sits against the top edge of the oil seal tool. Pump models 3550 and 3560 use an M7 by 103 mm stud. The plunger retainer diameter is smaller than the hole in the seal tool. The plunger retainer will recess into the oil seal tool and the head will sit against the top edge of the seal tool. Pump models 3501HS, 3507HS, and 3801HS use an M7 by 123 mm stud. Install the flat washer that's included with the kit over the plunger rod, and the bottom of the retainer will sit against the washer. All other 35 frame pump models use an M10 by 135 mm stud. The plunger retainer sits against the top edge of the oil seal tool. Once the oil seal tool and plunger retainer are properly installed, use the adjustable wrench to turn the crankshaft, pulling the plunger rod and tool inwards and pushing the oil seal into the crankcase. Remove the plunger retainer and oil seal tool from the plunger rod and wipe the plunger rod and oil seal with a clean towel. Repeat to install the other 2 oil seals if necessary.